Hello and welcome to this week's Wednesday Waffle, or as I've said before, and I'm trying to call it now, Wednesday Wisdom. But before we start, Lindsay and I would like to send our best wishes to Lee, the partner of Pippa from Worm's Eye View. He was involved in a car accident at the weekend and we just wish him well and hope he's up and about and recovered fully soon. So what have we got to offer this week? Well, the videos are in full swing from the England invasion, and we've shown 3 of them now with 3 more to go. Friday's offering includes more footage or pictures of everybody we met on the trip. Before next week you see the videos from the Escaping the Matrix meet and our journey north, etc. and ending up home, and that'll conclude the English invasion. After that you'll start to see this year's weekend trips, and they will keep going obviously throughout the year, and very soon you'll see our next longer Donder, because we're heading off a week tomorrow. Sorry, yes, I got it right, a week tomorrow. We'll be heading off on a longer Donder. And we're heading north this time, only for the week, but we're heading to see the parts of the NC500 other NC500s never reach, to misquote an old advert. So we'll be heading north. We may or may not see the Northern Lights. There's a forecast for an increased KP index, but the weather forecast doesn't match it, so we're probably not going to see anything, but we can keep everything crossed to see if we are. So as we're at the half point of the English invasion, hopefully I've got half the competition entries. We've had some but not many, and now you've seen some of the journey. Hope you're having a think about your numbers. The competition finishes a week on Friday, and we'll be announcing the result on the Wednesday Waffle the week after we return from this Donder that I've just talked about. So the competition entries are coming in, but I would love some more. I'd love to see your guesses. While we're away, there was some interesting discussion about parking at one of our park-ups. If you imagine the park-up was kind of an open triangle. At one end, the road end, there was enough room for a car or small van to park nose in, nose out, and enough for 2 cars then to pass each other to get into the other end of the car park. At the far end of the car park where we were parked, it was a little wider, and there was a couple of stones and a gate. So when we arrived, there was a horse box, converted horse box, parked up at the top end of the car park I've just described, reversed in towards the gate so that he wasn't obstructing the gate. And I did exactly the same on the other side of the car park. Now we were joined by another traveller, and they parked in front of me, and there was another parked in front of the horse box. Plenty of room for other cars, etc. to park. And the important thing being, we weren't blocking the gate, we weren't obstructing the gate. 2 very important words in use there. We spent that night. We had no problems. Most people had gone home by the time we arrived there. But we spent a great deal of the next day actually at Alton Barnes, and we were visited by retro renovations while we were there. So the chat now, or the park-up incident, was that the next day a disgruntled, shall we say, non-motorhome, non-traveller car driver parked up and parked across the front of me. I was out I was actually preparing to fly the drone, and I was out talking to the other traveller who was there. Most had cleared off. They were actually heading back to the sanctuary and Stonehenge. But there was myself and this other traveller there. This car came in and parked right across the front of me, jumped out and started mouthing off about people in motorhomes, etc., etc., parking anywhere they liked and blocking other people's access. And the other traveller weighed in, told him what he thought about people like him, and blah blah blah, and so I thought I'd have my two penneth with the other traveller, whose name was George, by the way. Lindsay told me that later. After he left, went on with what he was doing, which was actually packing up to leave, and he was heading home, the West Midlands. So I thought I'd have my say, and I just said to the guy, if you check your rules and regulations, none of us here, who you're saying are illegally parked, are in fact illegally parked. In fact, when I looked around the car park, I can only see one car illegally parked, and he's parked in front of me, because the Road Traffic Act tells you where you can park, and it basically says anywhere except for yellow lines, etc., that are defined within there. And I said, but it also states anywhere without blocking access or obstructing other road users. And I can only see one car doing that. He left at that point. I didn't cover it in the video that seems to be most popular, which is my one mischievously called Motorhome while camping is illegal in Scotland. But I just pointed at the Road Traffic Act. But the Road Traffic Act is actually very, very specific about where you can and cannot park. My mischievous other video was because most people say that Scotland has the ability to park because of the Land Reform Act 2003, which it doesn't. In fact, that 2003 Act specifically says that if you have an engine in your vehicle, you can't cross land, park on land, etc., etc. The same rules in England apply to Scotland, or perhaps better the other way around. The rules in Scotland are the same as those in England. And I'll leave it at that. Except perhaps you want to go and have a look at my tongue-in-cheek, slightly, dig at folk who mistake Scotland as being a paradise for wild campers because of the Land Reform Act. It actually has nothing to do with it. And that's my tale about parking. Next week, what am I going to waffle about? Who knows? That's for next week. In the meantime, thank you for staying with me this far. Please enter that competition and send your love and light to Lee for a speedy recovery. Bye for now. Thank you for watching Desmond's Donders. We'll hope you'll join us again for more photos, waffle and video as we travel around Scotland. Bye for now.